Hello and welcome to my series of challenges or tutorials on doing different things in a spreadsheet. So before I go into these challenges, please remember to like, subscribe and share this video, and please subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, I will go into how to do some of these challenges for you. So let's look at challenge 1, shall we? So let's say Rima has a number of maths questions for her homework and has worked them out using paper. However, she needs to check that she has the correct answers but doesn't have a calculator to do it. Okay, so let's say, for example, we want 6 times 6. So the way we do that, we click in cell E3 and we would need to do equals. You can click on C3 or you can type in C3. And we want the times, so we use the asterisk. And to get that, it would be Shift 8, and then we would type D3, giving us 36. Okay, and it takes us to the next one. Let's say there's two ways we can do E with the plus. We can do equals sum, brackets, and we can just add C and D like this, or you can just do plus. Or we can just do C4 plus D4. Exactly the same. Let's say we want to do division. Okay. So way we do that will be equals C5. We use the divide sign, so we press the forward slash, and then we would type D5. And this is what these are the answers that they give us. They do this automatically. And you can go through one by one. If you're learning this for the first time, I would do it one by one. Learn the skill. Like this one. So equals C6 divided by D6. So I would do each individual one to learn the skill. And then once you know the skill, you can always, to make things a little bit quicker, you can always click on the last one we did, making sure that you've got the black plus sign, which is that shape that you see. And you click hold, so you're holding on, you don't just click off, you just bring those down like this, and then click off. And there is all the answers to the workings there. Let's try the second one. So we've got a school coffee shop. Got a spreadsheet for weekly takings for each product. So the blue cell requires the data labels to show what the data is. So let's say we go in the total. To do total, we would do equals sum. Open bracket, click on B4, we drag over to F4, Shift and 0, and it adds all of those numbers together. Let's say we want to do the same down here for all the coffee sales. You do equals, sum, Shift and 9, go on to B4, you drag down to B9, Shift and 0. There we are. And what we can do is we can click on B10, find the black plus, click, we drag outside the selection and we extend that fill, series fill there. Does all the addition for us. And the same can be said for G4, drag down. And there's our totals. So we've got the totals for each day and the totals for each product in those 5 days. Okay, so that's challenge 2. Challenge 3, let's say we want to phone let's say we want to work out income. Well, let's say we want to work out who's paying what bill to a customer. So to calculate that total income, it would just be equals sum, shift and 9, click on B4, we drag all the way to B12, shift and 0, and then just enter. There's also 2 more formulas which we will need to learn in this one, to get the highest and to get the lowest. To get the highest phone bill, we need to do equals max, shift and 9, because that will give us the highest from B4 to B12. So what the equals max will do, it will find the highest within that range we picked. Press enter, and we know the highest is 1000. If we want the lowest phone bill, however, it would be equals min, meaning minimum. Shift and 9, same way. We will click on B4, drag that to B12. Shift and 0. That will find the smallest number in that range. And we've got the total income, we've got the highest, and we got the lowest. Let's take things up a notch. So this is exactly the same. So it'd be equals sum, just drag all of this. If we want the highest, you do equals max, brackets, drag down, shift and 0, done. If we want to get the lowest, it would be equals min, shift and 9 for brackets, drag down, shift and 0, done. Let's do the same here, equals sum. And the reason why I'm doing this repetitively is because the idea is for you to learn the skill. So I've just done another sum and done another max. Now we're going to do another equals min, shift and 9 for open brackets, drag in the range we want, shift and 0, we got the smallest. So we got the total income, we got the highest number in that range, and we got the smallest in that range. Let's try total income for the third one. So it'll be equals sum, H4 to H12. There's our answer. It's added all of those bills together. If we want the highest, equals max, H4 to H12. You can type it manually, but be sure you type in the cell name like H4, then you do shift and semicolon to get a colon, then you type H12. Same goes for the min, so equals min, shift and 9, H4, shift semicolon to get the colons, and then we do H12. And we do shift 0. Ooh, my mistake there. Don't need a hash. And we're done. Let's try challenge 5. So we got the tables of information in the spreadsheet. They need formatting. So we need the following formats. So we got the board. We got borders to all cells in both tables. And we need to make the data labels bold. Increase the size to 16. Applying the cell shading of any color. So let's say for argument's sake, there was no border at all. And we had nothing here. So we got a not completely empty one here. So this is what we would need to do. To apply the borders, you'll click on cell A3, drag all the way to B13. You go into the font part of the Home tab, where with those little squares here, that's no border. Click on the arrow. We want all the cells with a border. So we go to all borders. Done. And we do the same here by clicking on B15, drag to B, and we just click on the all borders. Because we've used it once, it's going to stay like that until we want to pick something else. Okay, we need to make the data labels bold and increase the size. So what we can do, click on cell A3, drag to B3 as well. We want to make the data labels bold. So we just click on the B for bold. We want to increase the size. We look through the font and here's the size. We can click down for our selection to 16, or we can press increase font size, decrease font size. So we can click the increase font size so you can see it getting bigger. And let's say we want some shading too. You go below, fill color, and then find a nice color here. We click on a color and we've got the shade. However, we need to find the average time in seconds. So what we can do equals average. Shift and 9. We drag from B4 to B13. Shift and 0. Enter. So that is our average time. Let's go to challenge 6. So we need to use the functions to complete the blue cells in the tables to the left. So total height. So we're adding everything together. So B equals sum. And it will be B3, shift semicolon and make a colon, to B14, shift 0. Done. Let's say we want the average. Do equals average. Then we just click on B3, drag to B14. Done. So we got the total height and we got the average height. Now we need to find the tallest student. So B equals max. Shift and 9. Click on B3, drag to B14, shift and 0. Highest is 95. Now we need the shortest. So equals min. Shift and 9. Click on B3, drag to B14, shift and 0. And there we have it. But also need the average height. And we only want to go from 1 to 5. So from student 1 to student 5. So we would do equals average, shift and 9. So we only want to go from B3 to B7. Because it's going from 1 to 5. And then we do shift and 0 like normal. And there's our average height for the first 5 students. In this one, we want to do equals average, shift and 9, and we want to go from B8 to B12 for students 6 to 10. Shift and 0. And we're done. So we've got the total height, we've got the average height from everybody, got the tallest and the shortest from everybody. We've got the average height students for the first 5 students, and then we got the average height of students for the second group of 5 students. Okay? So now for the last challenge. So, a couple of things we need to figure out here. What are we going to do here? Well, let's figure out the total number of books sold here. So here you would have equals sum, shift and 9, and you can have B8, shift semicolon to make a colon, and we're going to have B23, shift and 0, done. Let's say we want the minimum books sold. Okay, equals min, shift and 9, drag from B8 to B23, shift 0, 6 is the smallest. For max, we want to find the biggest. So equals max, shift and 9, we drag cell B8 all the way to B23, then we do shift and 0, done. Now we need to find, profit per book. So the profit's going to be selling price take away cost of production. So you'll have equals 6 take away $2.99. So it's 3.01. So income per school. What we're going to do there is we are going to do equals. We're going to do profit per book, which is 3.01, and we're going to times that by 10, £30.10. And what we can do to make things quicker, find a black, hover over the end of C8, click and drag till we get to C23. But we have got a problem, however, because what can happen, we've got the B5 bit right, and then goes B6, B7, B8. So what we can do here, we can do shift and 4 and dollar and put dollars there. And what that will do, that will absolute it. So if we were to try and drag again, we've absoluted it. Okay? Then what we need to do is find the cost per school. So it'd be equals. So cost of production, $2.99. Let's absolute it. So we're going to do dollar. And then what we're going to do, we are going to times that by 10. So you got the cost per school and you got the income. Then we drag, as usual. And there we go. So now, this is where we can do estimated profit per school. So, which we're not going to worry about at the moment. So we're just going to focus on the profit per school. So you got equals income, take away the cost. So 20p. So not the best way to do it. If we were to drag all that down, so you can see it doesn't really leave a lot of room per profit. Because what I've done is I've picked the profit per book rather than the selling price. So we can have a what if statement. So what if I decided to change B5? So instead of it being profit per book, I decide to do number 4 as the selling price. You can see that all the numbers are going to change. Watch all the numbers changed, and they've changed. And I've left the cost per school the same. So let's say estimated. Let's say estimated profit. 30. 45. 20, 36, 60. So estimation can be up or down a little bit. 30. Could be 25. Could be 50. Could be 57. We're going to say 60 right here, 60. Yeah, we could have 63. 69 here. 153. 169. And we could have 69. So that could be the estimated profit per school. Now we can work out the total. So let's say we've got equals sum, shift and 9. We're going to drag F8 to F23, not 24. So there's our profit per school. That's the total profit. But let's do the averages now. So I'm going to do equals average, shift and 9, and I'm going to pick E8 to E23, shift and 0. So that's our estimated profit of £62.63. I'm going to do the average profit in the profit per school one in the column F. So I'm going to do equals average. I'm going to do F8, shift, semicolon, to get a colon, F23, shift and 0. And there we go. So the average profit is actually a little bit more than our estimate on average. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how we can do some of the basic formulas in spreadsheets. So we've worked with equals sum, equals min, equals max, equals average. We've done some formatting. We've done some arithmetic. So these are some of the skills I managed to pack into this video. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to click the like button, subscribe, share this video, and I look forward to making the next video for you very soon. Goodbye for now.